Brett Haines is with CRV USA. Brett, thanks for joining us here on World Dairy Expo Day number 2. How has Dairy Expo been treating you?
Well, it's a delight to be here. It's always really nice to come back to World Dairy Expo and to see it grow year after year and see more farmers and more international people here year after year. So it's been great for us. We love coming here every year, so we enjoy it.
Yeah, I noticed that you have the Netherlands-Holland red button, but you're not, or the red badge, but you're not necessarily from there, but you have a group that is involved with CRV. Can you share with us what's going on there?
Yeah, so CRV is a wholly owned Dutch and Belgian cooperative. So we are a cooperative of farmers. It's one of the largest cooperatives in the world, owned by farmers in the Netherlands and Belgium. And so we have a group of our farmers here this week touring around and talking about the dairy industry and trying to learn things to take some things back home to their country.
Yeah, from 2008, I believe, what CRV USA began, and now here in 2013, you're kind of going through a rebranding process. Is that right? Or
yeah, what we're trying to do is to change our message to producers. There's been a lot of change from 2008, 2009 until 2013, and that's why I think we have to look at a different message. And for us, our message to producers is to talk about what's the purpose of the genetics that you put into dairy cows. We look at how important components have come, how important the export markets have come, and really how important the markets have become in dairy. So we want to focus that from a genetic standpoint.
how about other like grazing is a big issue in New Zealand, and we kind of take a lot from that, and we kind of eyeball what they're doing down there, and also in other parts of the world as well, right?
Yeah, so CRV has one of the largest studs in New Zealand, and when we look at people using grass for forage, we think about how do we convert that forage into pounds of milk, and it's different than the high input producers that are using a lot of corn and soybeans and byproduct feeds. Grass is a completely different animal, and so you have to breed for that system. And we're real big believers at CRV in systems, and so identifying what system you have, what kind of grazing system you have, and then trying to put together genetics that fit that system.
But you have your milk output, and then you have premium milk, and you relate with that as well, right?
Yeah. What we look at with premium milk is we really think producers would benefit from looking at the value of the components in milk. Specifically protein, but also fat. It really depends on what product and what market you're in. But if you can think about 2 glasses of milk, both have the same color, both are the same size. But if you can have 3.5% protein versus 3% protein, you can make more money because you're paid more for protein in your milk.
So you're mentioning, off mic, CRV is genetics with purpose, or with a purpose, and that pretty much says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're really at a time in the dairy industry where, as the margins become more thin, you really have to think about what you want to do with your operation, and where you are, and how you go forward. And we're doing the same thing. It's a different thought process for the AI business. It's completely different. We as AI companies for years have promoted the same 2 or 3 indexes, and high milk production, high confirmation scores, longevity, but really when you think about the new age and you think about exports and you think about new markets and creating new products, now's the perfect time to look at what the purpose is of the genetics that you put in your cows.
Yeah, man, everybody probably has a little bit different purpose, because there's quite the variety out there right now, isn't there?
Yeah, you have producers that make cheese, you have producers that make powdered milk, you have producers that do entirely fluid production, and so we have to think about, as producers, we have to think about who we're producing for, what product we're producing for, and then down the road, how do we build a herd that's going to put us in the position to make that product. And genetics is a business that's down the road, and so we always have to kind of be thinking down the road.
That's a good point. So if somebody watching this wanted to find out more information about CRV, how could they do that?
Well, I would really encourage you to go to our website, crv4all.us. That's going to tell you an awful lot about our new positioning, our new branding. We're at World Dairy Expo in the Coliseum on the lower levels. Stop by our booth and ask us about premium milk, about how you can produce milk for a specific product, and we're happy to talk anyway.
Oh, fantastic. Brett Haines with CRV USA. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for stopping by the booth here at World Dairy Expo. World Dairy Expo.